Hi guys, how you going? It's Marco Hare here for We Love Betting, talking Championship playoff semi-final second leg. Reading take on Fulham Tuesday night with the scores locked at 1-1 from the first leg. Interesting first leg. Essentially, it was 1-0 to Yap Stam, really. The Reading boss got his tactics spot on, set his team up for a draw. It's what Reading wanted, it's what Reading got, and well, yeah, although they offered very little as an attacking force, having just the 3 shots in the whole game, they do deserve tremendous credit for their defensive tactics, which spoiled and stifled Fulham. I thought they pressed very high, superbly. They just disrupted the whole Fulham play going forward. Tom Cairney didn't get too many opportunities, nor did the fullbacks. Then they kept the Cottagers at arm's length. The goal was a touch fortunate as well, a foul in the build-up, but Reading won't care. They're still in the tie, and I feel this game's really within their grasp now, coming back to the Medeski Stadium. There are a few issues though. Paul McShane's red card means they're all out their captain at centre half, and Jordan Abita was injured at the death too, so he's a major doubt really to play in this match. For McShane, he's forged a superb centre half partnership with Liam Moore, yeah, I looked at the stats really. Reading have won 6 of their 9 home games at the Madstad without McShane this season in the league, but their 2 home defeats this season came when McShane was absent, QPR and Aston Villa. So yeah, a slight concern there. Thiago Ilori will come in. He's a ready-made replacement. There's just a doubt now over what Stam does in his defence. Will he switch Tyler Blackett to left back? Will he play those 2 centre halves or 3 centre halves? Because he's used 8 different systems this season, and that element of surprise is probably a positive, really, if you're looking at it from a Reading tinted glasses. But yeah, very interesting to see what he does defensively. I'm sure he's got an idea and a plan of attack up his sleeve. But Reading will be confident here. They've won 8 games and drawn 3, lost 0 when playing against the top half teams. And I mentioned in the first leg, most of those victories are always by 1-goal margins. 7 of those 8 victories at home to top half teams were by the odd goal. Very few goals in those games too. Also, it should be said they'll be hopeful that Liam Kelly will overcome illness to play in this game as central midfielder. You know, a lot of positivity surrounding Reading, but I'm not too keen to just backtrack on what I said before the first leg. Fulham were the best team in the Championship since November, and you know, it has to be said. Look at their results, and form and the stats as well. They powered their way into the top 6 with some superb results, especially away from home. 5 wins from 6 away from home at Newcastle, Norwich, Huddersfield, and Sheffield Wednesday included. Now they're big wins. I know Sheffield Wednesday rested 10 players for those games, that last game of the season. But even so, we mentioned before the first leg that Fulham had only won 10 times at Craven Cottage this season. They don't seem to fare too well when their space is shut down. I already will probably look to do that again in the second leg. But when there's a little bit more space to exploit on the road, Fulham really can carve up. They'll hope that Scott Malone and Ryan Fredericks get a lot more space down the flanks. I reckon they will, and Tom Cairney too in the hole in that number 10 position. But only Newcastle won more away games than Fulham this season. They won 12 away games, which is really impressive. And we've already highlighted the Reading home record against the top half, and it will be banded around a lot on social media and before this match, that superb record against the top half. But look at Fulham away at the top half. Very impressive. 6 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats. Just 3 defeats on the road against the top half teams. That's excellent. In fact, Fulham have only lost 5 games away from home all season. So let's not discount Fulham just because Reading got the upper hand tactically in the first leg. I do expect Stam to set up Reading in a similar style. And whilst goals tend to be the order of the day in Championship playoff semi-finals, second legs, I am a little bit tentative to be back in sort of overs here based on that, because I don't think Reading are going to go gung-ho here. 5 of their 11 home games against top half teams were settled by 1 goal or fewer, so under 1.5 goals, banking in 5 of 11 at home to the top half, which is you know, obviously off-putting if you're looking to back a very big overs bet here. But they have only failed to score twice at the Madstad since September. Fulham are the division's top away goal scorers, and by some distance too, but they've only kept 4 clean sheets in 2017. So I looked at things differently, and I like the look of BTTS once more. It's 1 in 14 of Fulham's last 15 games. They've scored at least twice in 7 of the last 8 away from home, and I would definitely back them to score again tonight. So I like BTTS, but as I say, I'm not willing just to walk away from Fulham based on that first leg, based on Stam getting the upper hand and tactically. So I'm going to back BTTS and double chance That's Fulham or draw and a double chance. Put the two together, and you can back it at 13 to 10 at Betfair. We're basically backing Fulham not to lose here in a game involving both teams to score. As I say, they've only lost 5 away games all season. They won 6 times at the top half teams. McShane and Abita's absence are going to lessen Reading's grip defensively in this game. Really interesting to see what Stam does. I'm sure he's got an idea up his arm, but this game could go into extra time. But I do expect goals for both teams, and I do fancy Fulham to avoid defeat and potentially book their place in a Wembley final on Bank Holiday weekend. Should be a great fun. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be back to preview Huddersfield Sheffield Wednesday later. Good luck.